guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to a top 10. Today we're doing something a little bit different, a little bit away from the horror genre, going to a genre that I don't really talk about on my channel at all. So I'm going to go through my top 10 favourite gangster movies. Now, I do love a good gangster movie. You know, they can be quite violent, quite brutal, and the stories tend to revolve around a gang or a family, and it's something that's always quite appealing, especially the Italian story-based films. I love them probably the most, as you will see as we go through the top 10. Now, there are a couple. Here he is. Hey, mate, you all right? There are a couple of surprises in there. So what is a gangster movie? Doesn't necessarily mean it's got to be in America. Most of them are, and most of them doesn't necessarily have to be of Italian origin. Gangster films pop up in most countries' cinema, especially in Asian cinema. There's quite a few in Asian cinema, but we're starting off with one that's a bit of a maybe. Yeah, I look at it as a gangster movie, but it's Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill. I'm putting it in at number 10. This is about a sort of a kind of gang and family that follow the leader, who's played by Mr. Kung Fu himself, whatever his name was, I can't remember. But Uma Thurman is stuck within the battles amongst these sort of Japanese and Chinese sort of warriors and stuff like this, and she's sort of caught between these. She's been sort of hunted down almost, it's like by hit women and stuff like this, who are trying to kill her because she was in some involvement with the leader of this family, and they're trying to kill her. But obviously, she's now got the skills and ability to defend herself. So it's kind of a revenge kind of gangster movie, but the gangster elements are in there. David Carradine, that's his name. He plays the sort of leader of this gang, and they're all out to try and get Uma Thurman. The story really unfolds. It's over 2 films: Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2. So I'll put the first one in there because it was the first one of the story, and it's a very sort of violent. Asian orientated violent sort of films with samurai swords and stuff like that. So it's really cool, and it takes you all over the place in the world, and it's a really cool franchise. Maybe it's something I should put into my reviews one day, the 2 Kill Bill films, if they don't get blocked. But there we go. It's a bit of a strange one, but in at number 10 is Kill Bill. So if you think that's strange, wait for number 9. It stars Nicholas Lyndhurst and David Jason in Miami Twice, from the Only Fools and Horses TV show sitcom. But they did a double feature of when they went to Miami, and they get mixed up with the local mafia there, because Derek is the dead ringer for their leader. So they're trying to, their leader's under house arrest, and they're trying to obviously solve the issue there, and they're trying to get Del involved so they can assassinate him. So they think that the leader's been killed, but of course Del sort of avoids all these sort of assassination attempts. It's hilarious, but it's got that real sort of gangster feel over the top of it. I know it's going to be a different one. This one, I did say to you, it's not going to be out. It's not going to be St. Valentine's Day Massacre and things like that. I was going to put Some Like It Hot in there as my comedy one, but I went with Del because I thought, yeah, it's so cool and it's really funny. So yeah, number 9 is Miami Twice with Only Fools and Horses. Straight in at number 8 is The Godfather 2. So how can I follow up Miami Twice but with a classic one from the Godfather trilogy? This is the follow-up to the original film, starring Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, etc. Great cast, great film. A little bit slow for my liking. Um, I I much preferred the first one. This was a lot slow moving, but it was cool. Good film, and it had that very strong gangster vibe, mafia vibe over it. So this is like a mafia kind of film. So it's all based about an Italian um, family, so the Coloni. So yeah, it's a really cool film. Classic. Don't need to talk about it too much because you probably all know it and seen it. So number 8, my favourite gangster movies, is Godfather 2. Number 7 is one with, I believe it's Robert Mitchum, stars in this one. And it's Yakuza, based on a Japanese mafia or gangster family and the Yakuzas. So yeah, it's a really cool film, and it's about he's sort of following up this missing woman in Japan, and he gets involved with the Yakuzas and stuff. Again, it's nothing I don't really want to talk too much about because it is something I do plan to bring into my channel. I just haven't got round to it yet, but I will. It's a cool film. It comes with 2 discs. It comes with art cards. It's in the premium collection. Yeah, it's a really good, another sort of slow burn. Be aware of that, guys, that most gangster films can be quite slow burns. They're not all out action, and a lot of them are really long. Especially my top 2 or top 3 are quite long. But yeah, Yakuza, a little bit of an unusual gangster movie, but it's really cool, based on the Japanese Yakuza, and it's fantastic. Really cool film. 1970s, I believe, and it feels like a 1970s film. It is a really cool film. So, and it is still available, I believe, on the premium collection if you want to try it out. It's really cool. That is number 7. Is it? Yeah. Number 6, we're going right back to an absolute classic gangster movie with Pat O'Brien and James Cagney, and Angel with Dirty Faces. This is a classic sort of tale. It also stars Marlon Brando and Humphrey Bogart, I believe, in the film. It's a classic tale of of the mafia and stuff like that in America. It's really cool. An absolute sort of gangster film noir, I'd class it as. It's right back to that sort of 1930s sort of style. It is black and white, but it is a really cool story, and James Cagney owns the screen in it. Again, this is one that I picked up not so long ago, wasn't it? I haven't even opened it yet, and it is to become a review on my channel. I will review some of these gangster movies in between some of my horror movies. I keep saying this, don't I keep saying about my westerns, my Italian crime thrillers, but I just got so many horrors to get through, and they're my go-to. So these get set aside, which is a shame, but I will try and bring this to my channel. I absolutely love this film. I've not seen it for about 20 odd years now, but I do really like it. Angels with Dirty Faces, number 6. So we're in my top 5. Number 5 is an American gangster movie starring Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci, and it's Goodfellas. Again, this is about Ray Liotta's character. He plays like a young lad who wants to become a gangster, and he sort of gets into the gangsters and the mafia. It was where he is, and he does all these jobs for them, and he sort of comes on board, and it's a story of his progression through the family, if you like, within this film. It's a very cool, very brutal, very violent film. Some quite gruesome deaths in it. Poor Joe Pesci succumbs to his own in the film, but yeah, it's a classic. A lot of people's favourite. A lot of people would have this as their number 1. Me, it's my number 5 because I'm a bit weird. I'm a bit different. You know, if I've got Miami Twice in my top 10 gangster movies, you know, I'm a bit out there, ain't I? But yeah, really cool. Goodfellas, excellent film. Number 4 is a British gangster film starring the legend, the only Michael Caine, and it's Get Carter. Such a cool film. I think he's investigating his brother who's been killed, and he goes up to Newcastle, and there's like like a family, mafia family, a gangster family up there, and he's gone up there to sort them out from London. Really cool film. It is quite violent. It is from the 1970s, but it is really violent and it's really cool. It does carry an 18 certification. As I say, it's got the wonderful Michael Caine in it, so anything within it is going to be fantastic. It's just brilliant. I mean, I really want to get the Harry Palmer films. There was a Blu-ray out and I missed out called the Harry Palmer Collection. I really want that, but I seem to have missed out and I can't find it anywhere. But yeah, Get Carter is my fourth favourite gangster movie. Third one is a little bit of a different one because this one is based in the Prohibition time in America, and it stars some pretty cool actors. I can put my glasses on because I know them. I know two of them by heart, but one of them who I really love, I can't remember his name. I'm going to try and see if I can work it out on here. He's an Australian actor. I can't remember, but I'm sure it's Guy Pearce, something like that. And it's along with Gary Oldman and Tom Hardy, and it's called Lawless. Such a good film. It's about a group of brothers. They're sort of like managing this town, and like you've got this gangster Gary Oldman, and he's trying to. They're at war with these brothers. It's sort of like that kind of film. If you think of a Few Dollars More, which is kind of a gangster film, the Western film where you've got like that rich family and that Mexican family at war with each other. It's a little bit like that, but in the sort of gangster time. So it's quite, but it's not an outback, but it's a Western, not in a big city like Chicago and stuff like that. But it's really, really cool, and it's a good watch, guys. You tend to really fall for the characters, and there you see gangsters, brothers, heroes. Really cool film. Highly recommend you watching Lawless. It's amazing. Really cool film. It's a 10 out of 10 film for me. In fact, the top three are all 10 out of 10. But that is fantastic. And shockingly, at number 2 is The Godfather. This isn't my favourite gangster film. I do love it so much. I love Marlon Brando. He's fantastic in it. I love James Caan. He's brilliant in it. I believe Robert De Niro's in this one. It's such a cool film. It's about the family and the way it's being managed by by Marlon Brando, and how he sort of helps to get their way. And anybody who hurts or his family, they all come to him. The local people in the town come to him to help sort out the business, because then they owe him favours and stuff like that. It works like that. It's a proper mafia gangster movie, and it's the classic film, The Godfather. But it's my second favourite gangster film. So there's only one film that can be my favourite gangster film, which I absolutely love. It's by Sergio Leone. It's called The Good, the Bad. No, it's not. It's called Once Upon a Time in America, with Robert De Niro. But it is from the director of the Dollars trilogy. This is an incredible film. It tells the story of Robert De Niro's character from childhood up to his rise and his fall as a gangster mafia leader. It's a fantastic film. A long film. I believe it's about 3 hours. It could be even longer. Can't remember. It's been a long time since I've watched this. Let's have a little look, see if we can see who the full cast is on this film. Obviously, we've got Robert De Niro. We've got James Wood, Elizabeth McGovern, Joe Pesci again. I don't think there's a gangster film about Joe Pesci in it, to be honest. Tuesday Weld, Treat Williams, Johnny O'Donnell, and Burt Young. And of course, our Robert De Niro. Absolutely fantastic movie. It's just the pinnacle of gangster movies, in my humble opinion. Yes, that is going to be everyone's probably favourite, or yes, it's going to be that one, but that's mine. Once Upon a Time in America. I just think it's such a cool film. based in New York, most of it. So it's really, really cool. Love the film. Check it out if you've never seen it. Unfortunately, I believe it's out of print. But if you shop around, if you go on Amazon, you're looking about £150, £160 for this Blu-ray. If you go on eBay, you might pick it up for about 30 or 40. If you go on places like Music Magpie, you might just pick it up for £12. It's crazy. The prices are everywhere on this film. It's CX. I don't know how much they do it for, but I reckon they'll probably do it for £20 or something. But it's a cool film, and I highly recommend it. So that, guys, is my top 10 gangster movies. Cheers.